guys, I'm just putting the finishing touches on my painting. I'm calling it the Imaginary Garden. So, yeah, I think I'm done. And you're probably wondering, why in the world do you have all that paint all over yourself, Miss Snell? Well, super messy painter, and these pugs are always in the way. We all have paint on us today. And yeah, we're messy at that. So I'm going to read you a story today called The Imaginary Garden. This is such a great story. It just makes me feel so good when I read it. And I hope you enjoy listening to it. So, the imaginary garden. First of all, let's talk about what imaginary means. Imaginary is something that we make up in our mind. And that's one of the greatest things, that the way we've been created is that we all have a different imagination. So we're all capable of coming up with different ideas and being creative. This is one way that we're going to see how the characters came up with a really creative idea. And you're just going to love it. So here we go. The Imaginary Garden by Andrew Larsen and Irene Lutzbacher. Theo loved Papa's old house. She loved Papa's old garden. Papa used to tell Theo all about the different flowers while they sat together under the maple tree. Papa's new apartment didn't have a garden. "Are you going to put flowers out here on the balcony?" asked Theo one day. "Oh, I think it's way too windy for flowers," answered Papa. "Well, what about plastic flowers?" suggested Theo. "We can fill the whole balcony." Said Papa. "Then we would have a plastic garden." "I know," said Theo. "We could have an imaginary garden." Papa's eyes lit up. So I think Papa thinks that's going to be a great idea. I wonder how they're going to do this. Theo and Papa planned their imaginary garden before spring had even come. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but they're drawing their garden. On the first Saturday of spring, Papa bought a great big blank canvas. He also bought a pair of matching gardening hats for himself and Theo. Papa put the canvas on the balcony. Theo looked at the canvas. "What should we do first?" she asked. "Let's put up a stone wall in the back," answered Papa. "The vines will need something to hold on to as they grow." Papa got out his paints and he mixed a little bit of white and a little bit of black. Do you guys know what that makes? Right there, see it? It made the color gray. Stroke by stroke and stone by stone, Papa built a wall. It stretched from one side of the garden to the other. Above the stone wall, Theo painted a soft blue sky. Then Papa mixed some green, some red, and some blue. Together they made brown. He spread the paint at the foot of the wall, creating a bed of soil. So can you see what they did with their brown paint? They made dirt. "There, but that's enough work for one day," Papa said. "Next time we'll be ready to do some planting." "Papa, I love gardening with you," said Theo. "And I love gardening with you," Theo said Papa. On Monday afternoon, Papa and Theo went back to the garden. "The garden is waking up after a long winter," said Papa as he dipped his brush into the green paint. He painted tiny stems. "The first flowers coming up are crocuses," he continued, "and look at all that celia." "Daisy, come here." Papa dotted the crocus stems with little drops of yellow, purple, white. Theo dotted the celia stems with drops of color, blue, blue, blue. "Now what?" Papa asked Theo. Papa put a dab of red. So there's the dab of red. Then he added some brushes of brown, and then a wing, and then he made 3 yellow jots. Jot, jot, jot. Do you see what that is? He made a bird. "It must be spring. A robin has come to visit our garden," said Papa. "Look, he's having lunch," said Theo. She painted a tiny pink earthworm in the robin's beak. "He's not the only one who's hungry," laughed Papa. "Let's go get ourselves a snack too." A few weeks later, Papa prepared to leave on holiday. He asked Theo to take care of the garden. "But Papa, how will I know what to do when you're gone?" "Don't worry," said Theo. "You'll know what to do." On Sunday morning, Theo looked into the garden. The crocuses and celia were gone. "Hey, come here." The garden was filled with new growth of stems, and the vines had begun to climb the stone wall just like Papa said they would. Theo put on her gardening hat and picked up a paintbrush. She knew exactly what to do. You're gonna love this. She topped the tulip stems with blooms of color, orange, purple, and pink. She topped the daffodil stems with blooms of yellow, 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 but something was missing. Oh, you're gonna love this. Then Theo remembered blue, 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 forget-me-nots, Papa's favorite flower. I don't know if you can see it, but in my painting I added some blue too. I tried to make it look like Theo's painting. But still there was something missing, and Theo thought and thought. Then smiling, she added a few dashes to the back of the garden against the gray stone wall. There, she said. Oh, wait till you see this, it's so pretty. Theo could hardly wait till Papa returned. Do you think Papa's gonna love it? I do. Look how pretty that is. And at the very bottom of the page, or at the bottom of the canvas, she signed it by Papa and Theo, because that's what all artists do when they're done their work, they sign their painting. So I hope you enjoyed this story today called The Imaginary Garden. This is what I want you to do today. I want you to go find a piece of paper and some crayons, markers, paint, if your mom says you're allowed to use some paint, and I want you to draw an imaginary garden. I want you to use your imagination, and if you could create a garden, what colors would you want? What flowers would you want? What would it look like? And then maybe when you're done with your imaginary garden, you could take it and you could give it to someone and really make someone's day. I'm sure someone would love an imaginary garden painting from you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story. We're gonna go take a bath, right, Loopy? Because we have paint all over us. We're gonna go get the paint off. Thank you for listening, guys. I'll see you next time. I hope you have a great day.